All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Bathaka Moth Jim as Dallas. And I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. I think I'm going to entitle this, We're the True Luciferians, beginning with our big brother Yahweh Shai. Because contrary to the popular belief of these Christians and the unlearned, Lucifer in the scriptures in Isaiah is not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, man. It's actually talking about in these times, you Edomites, man. You so-called self-proclaimed white people, you devils. You know what I'm saying? And during that time, it was talking about the king of Babylon, which we're going to go into it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's not talking about the king, the spiritual demon Satan, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to go get into the scriptures and just make the point and prove that that Lucifer is not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, and that the true Luciferian is Yahweh Shai, man. And of course the true Luciferians is the Yahweh Shai and the elect. You know what I'm saying? Because in joint heir with Yahweh Shai, they're gonna receive the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That same glory, that same reward. Yahweh Shai is gonna share with them. So without any further ado, I'm just gonna get into the scriptures real quick. And Lord willing, this is a edifying, lesson, man, through the Spirit. So without any further ado, let's get Isaiah the 14th chapter, which they like to run to try to make a point, man. This is Isaiah 14 and 12, and it reads, How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation? So they go to that verse and think it's talking about the spiritual demon Satan falling from the spirit realm with the Most High, falling from heaven. This is one of the scriptures they run to along with Revelations, the 12th chapter, to try to make the point of Satan being the most beautiful angel that fell from heaven and blah, 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 all that madness, man. No, man, that's not what it's talking about. So what I want to do is the first thing I want to do is prove that this is talking about a man. You know what I'm saying? When you scroll up to verse 4, I'm going to read it. This is Isaiah 14 and 4. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. So this is, when you read inside Isaiah 14, the 14th chapter, it's just a few verses up, man. It's talking about a proverb that was spoken against the king of Babylon, man. So when you read down to verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? It's talking about the king of Babylon that we just read in verse 4, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, man. That thou shalt take up this proverb, Isaiah 14 and 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased, which in these times, modern day Babylon, the new Babylon, is talking about America, man. Babylon, aka America, man. Babylon goes back to the word Babal in the Hebrew, which is Babel in the English, which means confusion, man. And the most confusing place on the planet Earth is America, man. Very adverse and contrary to the Lord, man. Much confusion here, man. You look around, just go out and look around. Of course, not right now, but you ain't gonna see too much right now. But when these people are able to be out and about, you're gonna see some wild stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can still see it on the internet. You pull up some stuff on the internet. Basically, you type in anything, and I guarantee it'll come up, man. No matter what you type in. Why? Because this place is full of folly, man. It's confusion, man. You're going to see a little bit of everything, men dressing like women dressing like men, You know what I'm saying? Relationships where the guy became the woman and the woman became a man, and those two got together and are in a relationship. That's confusion, man. You know, why not just stay what y'all were and get together, man? You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of confusion, man. You know, so this is modern day Babylon right here in America. So in these times, the king of Babylon are the Edomites, the so-called self-proclaimed white people. And Babylon is America, man. You know what I'm saying? So when we jump back down to verse 12, as a matter of fact, let's further prove that. You know, let's drop down to verse 16. This is Isaiah 14 and 16, and it reads, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? So it says, is this the man, man? Which further proves it's talking about a man. It's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, man. You know what I'm saying? And how did they make the earth to tremble and shake kingdoms, man? During a time of when they drop those atom bombs, you know, them neutron bombs, them atom bombs on Hiroshima or Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that put fear throughout the earth, the planet Earth, man. You know what I'm saying? It shook when them bombs hit. Boom, everything shook, man. You know what I'm saying? And those people were going through it, man. You know what I'm saying? And that struck fear all throughout the planet Earth, man. So that's why it says, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? They had everybody afraid. America had everybody afraid of them, man. That did shake kingdoms because they were dropping those bombs on people, man. So, you know, and those kingdoms are those different, you know, various sovereign governments, you know, in the earth, man, at the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what a kingdom is, man. A rulership, a sovereign nation, a government. You know, and this devil did that, man. So now we know that it was a man. Let's jump back up to verse 12. Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, which heaven represents rulership, that kingdom, the kingdom. It's not a place. A kingdom is a rulership, man, where kings rule, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, from that rulership, from that kingdom, that rulership, you know, because this devil is being taken out of his rulership, man. Oh, Lucifer, which that word Lucifer, son of the morning, that word Lucifer, let's go into this really quick, man. Let's get this word Lucifer really quick. Okay. Okay, in the Hebrew, it's H 1966. And it's Hayalal. Hayalal. So it's Hayalal. And let's read it right here. Lucifer equals light bearer. There it is right there. Light bearer. Shining one. Morning star. There it is right there. Of the king of Babylon. So, yeah. The light bearer, man. The morning star. So now that we know that, it means light bearer. Holders of the light. You know what I'm saying? I want to get something real quick. You know, right here we have what's known as the Statue of Liberty, which, you know, they like to say Lady Liberty. Man, this ain't no lady, man. This is a dude. Look at the features on this so-called lady, man. That's not a lady, man. That's a dude. You know what I'm saying? These devils are weird, man. That's why it says in Psalms 58 and 3, they're estranged from the womb, man. They come out. They're weird people, man. Just weird. And when you look on that tablet, it says July the 4th, man, which is their independence. It ain't got nothing to do with you Jakes, man. You know what I'm saying? This is theirs, man. You know, this belongs to them. But as you can see in this depiction, in this image, Salakia, this image, that dude right there is holding that tablet of their independence in the left hand, and in his right hand, he's holding up a torch, man. The light. They realize, Esau realizes that he's the holders of the light, that they're the Luciferians right now, man. They realize that the only ones that don't know what's going on are these six-pack Joe Edomites and you 2/3 Jakes, man. You know, everything in the middle. There's two sects of people in the earth that knows what time it is, and that's the elites, you know, and the prophets, man, the men of the Lord, man, you know. And we're breaking these things down to you. But that's what it's talking about. The light bearer. They realize that they're the light bearers on the left-hand side, on the wicked, the carnal side, left-hand side of the Lord, man. The holders of the light. And that's why they have that statue of who knows what that is. It looks like a dude, looks kind of like he has breasts. So and they're all about androgynous, man. They're Satan worshipers, man. You know what I'm saying? That androgynous being, man, of male and female. They some weird people, man, but they're wicked. That's why they're the wicked, man. And that's what that represents, man. So they're the modern day light bearers right in this time right here. So Isaiah 14:12, how art thou fallen from heaven, from your rulership, O Lucifer, light bearer, holders of the light, the morning star, son of the morning. That's why he called him son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, man? And this devil is being cut down as we speak, man. And the reason is asking how thou cut down, because this dude is being taken out of his rulership. He's going to lose his rulership, man. He's going to be bought down, when Yahushua returns, man. You know what I'm saying? But he weakened the nations by way of those bombs that he was dropping on people, and he set fear throughout the earth, man. That's why he made the earth to shake and tremble, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the earth has been given into this devil's hands, man. And Job, the 9th chapter, goes into that. This is Job 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? And those judges, that main judge is Yahushua that he covered up. That's why you have an image of a so-called white man that everybody calls upon in these times. Goes by the Greek title of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's not the Messiah, man. And the true people of the Lord, the Israelites, are the judges of the earth, along with Yahushua, man. They're also the representative of the judges of the earth, man. And when you look in the land over there in Israel today, you see a bunch of Edomites. Now, we do acknowledge and realize that some of them among those fakes are actually Israelites, man. Some of those so-called Jewish people over there that's saying that they're Jews, the Jewish rather, are actually Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? And we teach that, man, beginning and starting with Apostle Tahar, man. You know what I'm saying? We teach that. So but the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and those are those represent the judges as well, man. And when you look over there, all you see are so-called Edomites, man. You don't see the true people of the Lord. So the faces of the judges were covered up. So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. So we already know who the wicked is, pursuing the Malachi, the 1st chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau, you Edomites, you so-called self-proclaimed white people, man. So the earth has been given into this devil's hand, and that word hand represents the power. It's been given into his power. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's talking about. And he's been given this by who, man? Who gave the earth into this devil's hand? The Most High Yahweh, man. And he tells you that, so let's get that. This is Psalms chapter 75 and verse 6. And it reads, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another. So he'll take a nation of people down, a kingdom, a rulership down, and he'll set up another one, man. And actually, when you understand, when you read in, as a matter of fact, let me go here first, because when you read in Daniel's, the 4th chapter, in verse 17, it reads, this is Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. The kingdom of men. There's no such thing as a queen, man. Of course, America, this is a queendom, but this place is upside down and backwards and through, man. The Most High is going to destroy this place. But the kingdom, that's why the kingdom of heaven Exactly. It's men, man. You know what I'm saying? Beginning and starting with Yahushai, King David up under him, the 12, and then the 144, you know, the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. So the Most High can give it to whom he wants to. He's the one that gives promotion. We just read that in Psalm 75, man, you know, and setteth up over it the basis of men, which is these devils, man, these Edomites. And when you understand, which I'll get that, when you understand, when you read over in a couple of chapters over into chapter 7 of Daniel's, the book of Daniel's, it goes through those four major kingdoms or empires or rulerships that was going to have to rise and fall before the implementation of the kingdom of heaven, which we're in that final kingdom right now, the revised Roman Empire, which was that fourth beast that's spoken of in Daniel's the 7th chapter, that fourth kingdom or that fourth beast revised by way of America. Because when you read in Revelations, it goes into how the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns took a fatal head wound and then came back to life, and all the people wondered after the beast, man, which is talking about America, man. You know, Rome fell, you know, at the hands basically almost single-handedly by a man by the name of Septimius Severus, you know, and of course he had help, but it was almost single-handed. But a man by the name of Septimius Severus, cutter of the 7, you know, those 7 heads with the 10 horns, you know, which is literally what his name means, cutter of the 7. You know, and he basically single-handedly took down the Roman Empire back then, which was that the seventh head being put to death, which was getting wounded to death, and that represented their fall, the fall of the Roman Empire. You know, and then it said the beast came back to life, and all the people wondered after the beast, man, which is America, man. You know, it's talking about America. In these times, this is the revised Roman Empire. That's why when you look up in Washington, D.C., you see the architecture is the same as Rome, man. And that's why America has something that they signed known as the Treaty of Rome, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why everything here, when you look at the football season, the Super Bowls are in Roman numerals. This is Rome all over again. This is revised Rome, man. This is representative of that beast that took that fatal head wound and came back to life. And all the people wondering after the beast is all of these nations, man, following suit, wanting to have a part to do with America, you know. Now we're in a time that all of that is coming apart, you know, and all of these nations are trying to get away from this whore now, this beast, which the beast is representative of NATO, you know, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the 10 horns represents the EU, which was in those back then. Back was the EEC, the European Economic Community, which now is the EU, the European Union, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little bit of going, you know, history and going into the understanding. But coming back, so those 4 kingdoms, and we're in that final stage of that 4th beast, man. You know. The beast that came back to life, and that all the people wondered after the beast, man, which is by way of America and NATO and the EU, man, you know. So, but the Most High controls all of these things. So he gave, as we're back here in Daniel the 4th chapter and the 17th verse, he gave the kingdom into the hand of the basis of men. Which who is that talking about? So let's grab that real quick in Job. The 30th chapter, and we'll get to the point in verse 8, and it reads, they were children of fools, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And we know that's talking about Esau, because when you read up a few verses, let's go up to verse 5. It says, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them after Salakia, as after a thief. And that's talking about these dark nations, man, especially the Israelites chased them devils out and up into the mountains, man, which is going to go into that in the next verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. There it is right there, man. the caves and rocks, man, the mountains, cave dwellers, man. That's what Caucasian means, man. Caucasus Mountains, man. That's where you so-called self-proclaimed white people get that term. We're Caucasians, because you came out the caves of the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, man. You know what I'm saying? Which that term Caucasian literally means cave dwellers, which lines up perfectly with this because you were driven into them caves back then, to dwell in the cliffs of the valley, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks, which back then it was Mount Seir, Petra. And in these times, because the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes 1:9, the man that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. In these times it was the Caucasus Mountains, man. You know, so when we read dropping back down to verse 8, they were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. It's talking about you self-proclaimed so-called white people, you so-called Caucasians, man. That came out the rocks, out the mountains, out of the caves, man. You cave dwellers, and it says they were viler than the earth, man. Just vile creatures, man. And that's why you do anything. That's why when you read up in the first verse, Job said, I would not have disdained to have set them with the dogs of my flock, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock, talking about you Edomites, because y'all will have sex with them, man. Do some crazy stuff, man. Weird people, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it's going into. You know what I'm saying? Job 30:8 is going into, those base men. And as we just read in Daniel's the 4th chapter, the Lord gave the earth into the hands of the basest of men, man. So that's who has the earth right now. You Edomites, you self-proclaimed so-called white people who are vile, the viler than the earth, the vile creature. You have the earth in your hands right now. So you are the current Luciferians, these elites, these banking families, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gaddys, Oppenheimers, Wahlburgers, all of these top banking families, man. They're the holders of the light. They know who they are, man. And they know who you are. They know who we are. They know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But they are not the true light bearers, man. They're not the true Luciferians. So let's get into that, because Yahushua is actually the true Luciferian, man. It's Revelations chapter 2 and verse 28, I believe. Verse 28, it reads, Revelations 2:28, and I will give him the morning star. As a matter of fact, let me read up. Let me start at verse 25. This is Revelations 2 and verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come, which is this knowledge, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, this truth. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And overcome what? This system, this devil, man, the temptations of this place. You know what I'm saying? This dude is going to offer the chip, and those, Lord willing, I can be a part of that. Those 7,000 men that didn't bow to Baal, man, that's going to reject this place, man, And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Power over the nations, rulership, man. That's the kingdom. That's the kingdom of heaven, which lines up perfectly with Deuteronomy 28:1, man. And continuing this, verse 27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father, which this is red letters, Yahushua speaking, and he received that inheritance in the book of Psalms, the 2nd chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's offering this to the elect, man, and join heir with him. And verse 28, and I will give him the morning star, so that the elect is going to have the morning star right along with Yahushua, because Yahushua is the morning star, man. You know what I'm saying? He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches, man. You know, so Yahushua is the morning star, and he's going to share that with the elect, man. You know, and join heir with them. You know, this is Revelations chapter 22 in verse 16, because he's that morning star. This is Revelations 22 and 16. Yahushua have sent, I Yahushua have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. So Yahushua is the bright and morning star. In joint heir with him, he's going to make the elect, those chosen vessels from the foundation of the earth, of the world. You know, he's going to make them those same men that he prayed for in John 17 and 9. You know, he's going to make in joint heir. He's going to make them those morning stars as well, man, which is those light bearers. We went into the word Luciferian in Isaiah, the 14th chapter in verse 12. And that's what it says. The light bearers, man, morning star. That's what it said, man. We just went through it. So the actual true morning star is Yahushua. He's the bright and morning star. He's the true Luciferian. And in joint heir with him, the elect is going to be those Luciferians as well, man. You know what I'm saying? So let me just get that one last scripture in Hebrews. Salakia, I always do that. In Romans chapter 8 and verse 17. And it reads, it's Romans 8 and 17. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. So they're going to receive the same things that Yahushua receives, man, because in joint heir, man, they're going to be in joint heir, man, which Lord willing, I can be a part of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Abaratazah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these devils right now on the left-hand side, you know, carnal side in wickedness have are the light bearers, man. But that light is going to be snuffed out, man. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I think there's a scripture that says his light is going to be put out, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see real quick. Salakia. Yep. Job 18 and 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. You know, Job 18 and 6. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. You know, Proverbs 13 and 9. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out, man. So, hey, you know, just a few that's going into hey, this devil's light is about to be put out, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, the light, the true light bearers, beginning starting with Yahushua, are about to take claim, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahushua is going to return to claim what's his, and then joint heir, the elect, is going to get what Yahushua gets, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful story that's taking part, that we're taking part in, man. You know what I'm saying? And man, boy, it's just, it's your pot, man. Very beautiful. So, but that's it. You know, I just wanted to bring that out real quick. It was on my spirit, you know, and hopefully it was edifying to the hopeful elect. With that, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shal Dawadat. Shalom.